We are living in an age where the concept of manhood has been diluted, distorted, and, in many ways, dismantled. This is the generation of lost men, wandering through a modern world that has stripped them of purpose, robbed them of their strength, and silenced their voices. The question is not whether these men exist. The evidence is all around us. The real question is how we arrived here and what it will take to restore them. In a world that increasingly blurs the lines of gender and dismisses traditional roles as outdated relics, young men are growing up without clear models of what it means to be a man. For generations, fathers played a crucial role in passing down the wisdom, discipline, and strength that boys need to mature into confident, capable men. But in the modern era, fatherlessness is an epidemic. Whether through absenteeism, divorce, or emotional detachment, many fathers are no longer present to guide their sons. As a result, boys are left to navigate the complexities of manhood on their own, often turning to the wrong sources for guidance. The rise of social media and the digital age has only deepened the crisis. Bombarded with unrealistic ideals, toxic comparisons, and superficial values, men are left feeling inadequate and aimless. The modern world tells men they are either too aggressive or too passive, too ambitious or not ambitious enough. They are told to be emotional but not too emotional, to lead but not too boldly, to be strong but not too strong. The result? A generation paralyzed by mixed messages, unsure of their place in a society that seems to devalue them at every turn. At school, boys are often penalized for their natural tendencies, energy, competitiveness, and assertiveness. Education systems, designed more for compliance than exploration, stifle the adventurous spirit that has historically driven men to build, create, and innovate. Many young men graduate not only unprepared for the challenges of life but also unmotivated to face them. Without a sense of purpose, they drift into adulthood, lost in a sea of distractions like video games, social media, and instant gratification. In relationships, the crisis deepens. The modern dating culture, shaped by hookup apps and fleeting connections, offers no framework for meaningful bonds. Many men find themselves emotionally ill-equipped to handle the complexities of love and commitment, retreating into isolation instead of forging the deep, sacrificial partnerships that define biblical manhood. Meanwhile, societal narratives portray men as toxic, dangerous, or disposable, further eroding their sense of worth. The workplace, once a domain where men found purpose and identity, has also shifted dramatically. Automation, economic instability, and cultural changes have made traditional paths to success less accessible. Men who once took pride in providing for their families now struggle with unemployment, underemployment, or a lack of fulfillment in their careers. With purpose and provision so closely tied to male identity, these challenges leave many men feeling emasculated and adrift. But perhaps the most significant loss is spiritual. In a world that glorifies materialism, pleasure, and self-reliance, many men have turned away from God, the ultimate source of strength, purpose, and identity. Without a foundation in faith, they are like ships without anchors, tossed by the waves of cultural trends and personal failures. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 18 warns us, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Without a vision rooted in God, men are left wandering, seeking fulfillment in all the wrong places. Yet, amidst this bleak picture, there is hope. The first step toward reclaiming a lost generation of men is recognizing the need for restoration. Men must return to the foundational truths of Scripture, where their identity and purpose are clearly defined. The Bible calls men to be leaders, providers, and protectors. Not in a domineering way, but in a Christ-like way, marked by humility, strength, and love. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 25 says, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." This is the ultimate model of manhood: self-sacrifice, servant leadership, and unwavering devotion. Fathers must rise to the challenge of leading their families with integrity, showing their sons what it means to be a man of God. Mentors and older men must step into the lives of younger men, offering guidance, accountability, and wisdom. Churches must invest in men's ministries that go beyond surface-level activities, digging deep into the issues that matter